When you think of Colorado or moving to Colorado, most people only know about two specific cities, Denver and Boulder. And that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about today, the differences in both of them. Let's get started. Hi there, Christy Lee here, and I am a local real estate agent in the state of Colorado, but more importantly, I am a native of Colorado. If you're new to my channel, all of my videos are catered to help you figure out where is best for you to move, bring your kids, go, hang out. If that's something that interests you, please click that subscribe button as well as that thumbs up. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. So as much as I love making these videos for you, I love hearing from you more. So right there is my contact information. If you do have any questions regarding any city in Colorado, if you just need advice about where to move or the market out here, just let me know. That's exactly what I'm here for. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about the differences of Denver and Boulder because honestly, that's where most people initially begin their search because those are the two major cities that people really do pay attention to and know most of. So honestly, they are completely different lifestyles, obviously different areas. And so let's start off with Boulder. So Boulder is going to be west of Denver, and Boulder is a college town. So that's something that you need to know right off the bat. It's home of the Colorado Buffalo, so go see you. It is a beautiful city, and it's quite a bit smaller than Denver. So the population there is going to be quite a bit smaller. And honestly, it's a majority of college students. So it's really busy in the fall and the spring, and then it kind of dies out a little bit because the college students go home for the summer and then obviously come back for the school year again in the fall. A lot of Boulder is going to be, how do I say, it's very, people usually have this stigma on it where it's kind of a hippie town because it is very, with people who are very nature oriented, I should say. They like, fresh fruit. They like to be outdoors a lot. Everything is organic. So, they are very into that kind of stuff. So do know that when you go there. And also Boulder is going to be a little bit more suburbia. So I wouldn't say it's like straight up suburbia by no means, because it is definitely a condensed city. But it's going to feel a lot more suburbia than say Denver's going to be. Also, Boulder is going to be very catered to the outdoors person. So if you're somebody who loves to ride your bike or hike a lot or rock climb, especially, all of those type of activities you will absolutely do if you live in Boulder. Honestly, there's not a day that goes by, including in the winter time, where I don't see cyclists out there. They're all over the place, and that is one of the most common things that people who don't live here always say when we're going through Boulder was like, I don't know what to do with all these cyclists. It's because they're literally everywhere, and you do just get used to them. It is a part of Colorado culture, but definitely Boulder culture. You're going to get a lot of them, especially with the college students, because a lot of them don't even have cars. So you will get a lot of bicyclists out there as well. A lot of scooters are going to be out there too. So do kind of keep that in mind. Another great thing about Boulder as well is that you are so close to Eldora, which is a ski resort right west of Boulder, out by Nederland, and you are really close to Estes Park. So if you're somebody who likes to head up to the foothills or the mountains to go camping or anything like that, Boulder is going to be a really great spot for you to be as well. Now, downside of Boulder, it's expensive. Like, really expensive. So average rent in Boulder is going to be just right around $2,200 a month for an apartment. A median house price right now of June of 2022 is going to be right around $1 million. So it is very expensive to live in Boulder, and I'm going to be 100% honest, it's just simply because of the location. It's to say that you live in Boulder, because what you get in Boulder compared to other areas of Colorado is pretty minimal. a lot of things are going to be a lot older. The houses are going to be a lot older. So, you know, you could definitely get an apartment, especially if you're a college student. You could get an apartment for right around $1,500, $1,600 a month, but keep in mind it's probably going to be about 300 or 400 square feet. Most likely will not have a dishwasher or washer and dryer. So you can get something a little bit cheaper, but it's not going to have a whole lot. That $1 million price point for a house most likely is going to be right around 1,000 square feet, built probably 70s or 80s. Probably will not have a garage. If it does, it's going to be pretty minimal. So it is very expensive. You are paying for those views. You are paying for the lifestyle of Boulder. Just to be part of the Boulder culture is really what you are paying for. Now, I will say something else about Boulder that I'm sure it's kind of a given, but a lot of people ask about it as far as their political standpoint. They are very liberal out there, so kind of keep that in mind too. If you have different viewpoints, Boulder may or may not work for you. So just kind of keep that in mind. Just they are very liberal out there. So take that for what it's worth. Okay, so Denver. So Denver's really, really cool, and it's actually growing like crazy, both in a good way and a negative way, in my opinion. So Denver is obviously a very, very large city. I wish I would have gotten in on this like 25 years ago when it wasn't as cool as it is now, and invested if I would have had money 25 years ago, because you know, everything out the people are gravitating it towards it like crazy. These old neighborhoods that used to be really, really crummy and scary are now up and coming. People want to move there. They want to be there. There's breweries and wineries and all that really cool stuff. So it's like this really vibrant vibe that people are gravitating to. So it's very, very urbanized. You're going to see a lot of the, you know, high-rise buildings. A lot of condos are going up. Obviously a lot of apartments. If you are somebody who likes the city life, you like to going to concerts, sporting events, anything like that, Denver is going to be a great, great place for you to be. You do have, it's going to be, you know, very, you know, people who are young professionals are going to live down there. However, even, you know, the older crowd is going to still be there too, because they really do like that type of lifestyle. You are going to have a lot of accessibility, a lot of walkability in Denver as well. But one cool thing about Denver is that unlike Boulder, they do have the access to the light rail. So you will have the light rail system that could take you all over the city, but it also can take you out of the city as well. So if you want to go down south towards Parker or Greenwood Village, you could head out there. You could head out west and go to Golden. Even up north, it doesn't go up north super, super far, but it'll at least get you to Thornton, which is great. So if you live in Denver, you absolutely do not need a car, because there is the accessibility of the light rail. It'll also take you all the way out to the airport. So if you need to take that, cool there too. The average price point, or the median price point for rent in Denver, is going to hover right around $1,800 a month. And then the houses are going to be about $700,000. So it is going to be quite a bit cheaper than Boulder. But it's going to be obviously a different lifestyle, a lot more busy, definitely. And I guess the way I see it is like a lot more traffic, a lot more just things going on. But also there's a lot of homeless now. So what's happening over the last few years is obviously rental prices are going up, housing prices are going up, and a lot of people just can't afford it anymore. So you are seeing a lot of homeless, a lot more homeless down in Denver. And it's really, really sad, in my opinion. Really sad. You see the tents. There's tents all over the place for people who are living down there. So that is something I would say to kind of be aware of. Now, there is definitely homeless in Boulder as well, which I do find a little bit ironic, just because it is so expensive and it has a completely different feel to it out in Boulder. But there is still homeless out there, but not nearly as much as there is in Denver. And it's probably just because it's the heart of Denver, you're downtown, and that's just kind of where they all are. There's going to be a lot of older homes down in Denver, back in the 1800s, early 20s. So it's really, really cool. Those homes are going to be, well over $1 million plus. But you could find something relatively inexpensive, especially if you want to be in one of the up and coming neighborhoods, or if you're okay with being in a condo or a townhome. You could find something in that for, right around $500,000. If you want a single family home, they're going to be a lot smaller and more dense. I mean, you're going to be looking at something that's, very little backyard, a lot older, like I'm saying, like early 20s, or something that's probably somebody who's renovated and popped the top, so now it's going straight up because you can't go out because these older neighborhoods. Denver is very, very vibrant. It's really, really cool, but you are going to be a lot farther from the mountains. So if you're somebody who likes the outdoors, or you like to go skiing or camping quite a bit, Denver might not be an ideal place for you. I would probably put you on the outskirts of Denver. That way you can still access Denver and still access the mountains as well. So you're still able to get the best of both worlds, I suppose. But these are the two differences, or the major differences between the two cities. They both are awesome, but honestly, until you actually get here and get the actual feel for it, it's really hard to explain until you're here. So please reach out to me. I hope this helps a little bit. Let me know if you have any questions. I love to hear from you. I'm the one who answers those phone calls or those text messages, emails, whatever it might be. So I would love to hear from you. Remember to click that subscribe button right there. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. And then to the next video, take care.